Thanks for tuning in to the 6Three podcast. Long time no see. I'm your host, Joel, my co-host, Ben, and guest host, Blake Timmer, for our specialty baseball preview. This is midseason preview, probably about 5 days late, 6 days late. And most teams are probably around the 85, 86 game mark now. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, we're coming to you now. As good a time as ever. And we're not going to do top 30 baseball players this year, but I do want to do the top 21 just so we can try to squeeze them all in this 40-minute period. Ben, let's have you start. Who's the best player in baseball as of now?
Right now, this is tough. Um, hmm. Guys, I want to say, let's go first. Um, I'll say number one. I'm gonna go with Otani.
Yeah, okay.
Otani. There's a
All
couple
right.
guys that I
I
wanted to
know
go with,
it's
but
gonna
I'll
be
go with
it's gonna be a
Otani.
swing around here. Blake, who do you have at two?
I have him at one, but I think he's had a really good past month and a half ever since he got ejected. Aaron Judge.
Yep.
I don't think that can be disputed real far. So
Yep. I
All
like it.
right. Well, I remember saying to texting Ben at least 2 weeks ago or 2 months ago, saying, "Hey, maybe we get Tarek Skubal for this guy from the Orioles."
Oh, no.
Let's go Gunnar Henderson.
still could happen. Still could happen.
Just straight up.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
yeah, sure, that'll
even
work.
Jackson
That'll be a
Holliday is a
thing.
reach.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, I wanted to go with Gunner, number one. That's what I was debating back and forth with.
Well, it's funny. It's like now, do you think Jackson has a little bit of pull because he's stuck behind one of the best players in baseball right now? So
Yeah. I mean, they can play them both. We'll be fine.
I actually don't think Jackson Holiday has the long-term arm strength to play shortstop, so probably have to move him like second.
I
But
think a second baseman. Yeah.
all right, Ben, who do you got four?
We'll go with Juan Soto.
Wow, two Yankees in the top four.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Bush League. It's the stadium. That's what it is. They can all just crank.
Mm-hmm.
They're not actually talented. All right, Blake, five.
All right. I know he's just on the IL. I know he'll be coming off here soon. Bryce Harper. I know him and Schwarber just hit the IL over the weekend, but they'll be back. It's nothing crazy.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to go to the very loyal Cleveland Guardians player. Jose Ramirez just came out and said, "I do not want to ever leave Cleveland," which is crazy that anyone wants to live in Ohio that long. But Jose Ramirez is definitely one of the top players in baseball right now. So I'll put him
Yeah,
in.
that's too bad that he doesn't want to leave. He can go
Yeah.
elsewhere.
Yeah, anywhere, really. Some other division, please.
Hey, when you're better than Barry Bonds, you call the shots. So
It's true.
All right,
What number is this?
Seven. Yep.
7. I'm gonna go with Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah, he was my next guy. I was gonna
He's been fun to watch.
another guy in the division that we have to sit and piss him all about.
Yep.
yeah.
For a long time now. So it's gonna suck.
Is what it is. Maybe we'll sign Tarek Skubal to forever.
Yeah. Okay. Just keep Javi longer.
Yeah, we sign Javi. Maybe the White Sox get with Tim Anderson back after on waivers.
No, that's all right. I'm good.
That's-
I'm good.
so I have 8.
Yeah.
I have Marcelo Zuna. I feel like that
Yep.
really did come out of nowhere this year, though. He's still not.
He's probably one of the most surprising players of the year. I think.
I mean, the
yeah,
power's always
probably
been
put him
there,
in.
but like, I mean, he's been pretty nuts how good he's been. So
I had him preseason ranked at 43, which I already felt like was being a little generous.
mhm.
So he's definitely been impressive.
Yep.
Hmm. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with Mookie Betts has still had a really solid year. So don't want to forget about him. I'm gonna put in Mookie Betts next.
Good pick.
I'm gonna go with Oh, I don't. I'm gonna go with Jaron Duran.
Been fun too. Another surprise player.
Yep. I always liked his skill. I thought he was really good, but I just didn't know. I mean, he never ever really put it all together. So,
He's kind of turning into an all-around player now. Yeah.
yep. I mean, he can run. He's always been able to run, but now he's
Yeah.
hitting. And so,
Good contact hitter, but he's adding a little bit of power to his bat now. So
All right, and we'll have 12.
yep.
All right. I've got Steady Eddie, Freddie Freeman.
Yeah. Yep. Took my next shot too. Yeah.
Always the goal. I want to line it up.
I am gonna take Tarek Skubal.
I'm gonna say he's gonna be in there, but
All right, now Joel's going to remind us where he had
Yeah.
it.
All right, guys, you ready for this? Ready for
yep,
this?
I know where you had him.
Remember Blake Snell?
Yep, I remember
Who's
him.
that
Blake
guy?
Snell. If I was any good at editing, I would plug in a little flashback to when we were complaining about how I put Tarek Skubal. I have Blake Snell. It would be a beautiful clip.
Worked out.
Hey, you're going to have a lot of time on your hands. I expect to see a little Instagram clip or something.
Hey, I would like to
show it.
point out that Garrett Crochet has a higher WAR now than Tarek Skubal.
I mean, it's probably not that hard being by far and away the best pitcher on that staff.
It's by 0.1, but he's got a
You'll
higher
take it.
WAR.
Maybe, he's also Skubal's pitching right now, so maybe he'll pass him.
Yeah, maybe he might. We'll see. So,
All right. Yeah, let's see.
what? Let's see.
I think this is 13.
13. Give me. I thought about going to pitcher, but there's no other. I mean, there's a couple other guys. I'll go with Ellie De La Cruz here.
I remember last year I was really like obsessed with him. He was my rookie of the year pick.
Yeah, I mean, I still think he has holes in his game.
Yeah,
He has big holes in his game, but he's
he absolutely can fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if he makes contact, it's.
Do you think he's faster than Bobby Witt Jr. in a race?
Yeah, probably.
It's probably a stride. The stride helps. I mean, he's 6'5",
Yeah.
so
For sure. Yeah, I was excited. I got to see him play this year. He went 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
Well, that's
that's what Ben's talking about. Holes in his game. He can definitely be a strikeout hitter where he just.
I was like, man, I'm gonna get to see this guy steal bases, all this stuff. Like, this would be awesome. Yeah, didn't even get on base.
Yep.
All right, 14, Blake.
I think I am gonna go with Ketel Marte. I feel like he's underrated.
He is underrated because he plays for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, he plays for the Diamondbacks. It's like playing for the Angels, if you're not Mike Trout
Uh-huh.
or Shohei Ohtani, not anymore, but still.
I'm gonna go with the best catcher in baseball, and that's Adley Rutschman right now. Another reason maybe you can consider Samuel Basallo for a trade package in the Orioles prospects. Really good catcher that's probably stuck behind Rutschman. So, yeah, tempting.
He's got a sweet swing in. I think he's like a right fielder, left fielder too. Lefty. Reminds me of Adam Dunn.
Is it not Kobe Mayo? He's right-handed.
No.
Is it Connor Norby? Is it Norby?
No,
He plays third base.
It's like a Dutch last name.
Oh, Heston Kierstead. Heston,
There
yeah,
you go.
Kierstead. Yeah.
You know.
All right, Ben.
Give me I'll take Stephen Kwan.
Oh yeah, baby.
The swing and miss king.
Yeah.
Walmart Ichiro.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. He's been sweet. He's played
Best value Ichiro. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
All right. What's numbers next?
Yeah, 17.
17. I have Rangers Suarez.
All right. It is impressive that he has the success he does when his average fastball is like 90 miles an hour.
Got lit up, was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
It's going to, especially when you're velocity. You have to have sometimes velo is an escape tool for pitchers when they have bad nights.
Yep.
So
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I think I was looking his fastest pitch this year was like a 92.5 four-seamer. That's his fastest pitch he's hit this year. So I'm gonna take another surprise. I'm gonna take Padres Jurickson Profar here. One of I think he
play in the Little League World Series. I remember
he
that's my
did with Jonathan Scope for Team Curacao.
Curacao. I remember that was the first time I ever saw him.
That was the first time I ever heard of Curacao too when I
Yeah.
watched that.
Never heard of
Hey,
that.
it's part of the ABC Islands. You gotta go. If
Give
you
me
haven't been, you gotta go.
give me Seth Lugo.
Finishing with another guy with low velo, but
Yeah, but he's pretty nasty.
yeah, the breaking ball's nuts. Yeah,
Slider's pretty stupid. Feel like he's probably on something though. I mean, because this came out of nowhere.
hey, people thought he was going to be a good 3 starter, I think, for a while, but this is ace material.
Kind of nuts.
Yeah. I mean, Cole Ragans has stuff too for sure, but
Yep.
all right, Blake, your last pick.
Last pick. I feel like I gotta throw another pitcher out there, and I still want this.
Yeah, I know
guy
you're
to
the
win.
only one that hasn't gone pitcher yet.
No, I threw out Suarez.
Oh, you did say
But
Suarez.
I think I'm gonna go right-handed pitcher Zach Wheeler.
Okay. Yeah. Riley Green. No, I'm just kidding. Not a bad player, but
Not a
probably
bad,
close.
maybe 40, but
Probably,
Yeah,
I was gonna say
he's
probably closer
probably in
to
the top
40,
40.
35 best case.
Yep.
But Blake Snell, I think. No, I'm just gonna rub that in a little bit here. No, I'll go with Yordan Alvarez here. He can crank. So yeah, all right. Well, then we'll move on from 21 to AL East predictions, guys. What are your predictions for the AL East, the winners and losers?
This is tough. I'm gonna go with Baltimore as the winner eventually. I just think they'll figure it out. I mean,
I think they
they'll
also have
hold-
the most prospects to give up to help themselves at the deadline.
Exactly. They can afford to make moves if they need to. And I'm not even really sure they have to. I worry about their pitching depth. I think, and the Yankees can obviously always go buy guys too, so it's not like or go, spend needlessly, take on contracts for no real reason. But I think overall, I think that just the offense is just gonna carry them, and I don't love the Yankees pitching either. I mean, I think overall it's a little more proven, but I think Baltimore will figure it out. So,
All right, yeah, Blake, who do you think?
yeah, I've got to go with Baltimore. I've got the same thoughts as Ben. They need a little more probably veteran presence on the pitching side of things. Yeah, I think that's
Overall, it looks like a solid division this year. And for a while, it was funny that the AL Central was the best division in baseball. And they're still having AL Central still been solid, but AL East is all up there too right now. Blue Jays are the worst team, and they have the same winning percentage as the Tigers. So, yeah, do you guys, would you say the Blue Jays or the Rays probably, or do the Red Sox fall off? Who's losing?
I think the Blue Jays are the worst team. And
Yeah.
they're not terrible. They just don't. I mean, they just don't match up well with the rest of that division at all. So, and I think it's kind of, I don't love their style. It just doesn't work. So they probably need to blow that thing up. They won't. They already said they'll probably run it back one more year with that core. But, yeah, I just don't. I don't. I mean, they're 15 back right now. I mean, they're gonna shop. They're probably gonna sell some guys at the deadline. I mean,
Keep the core, yeah. I'm actually gonna put the Rays to finish last. Hitting's been consistent for them. I actually don't think the pitching is gonna be consistent enough down the line for them. And the bullpen, also very hit and miss. I think the Blue Jays actually still have some pieces, and especially to Ben's point, they said that they don't really want to blow it up, so I think they're going to still go out there and compete. Still on paper, looks like a pretty solid team. Obviously, you thought Kevin Biggio was going to be at least something. That didn't work out. But yeah, I'm I don't know. Obviously, it's not status quo, but to say that the fourth team is going to fall apart a little bit, but they're 500. They're not anything special right now. I think the Blue Jays, just on paper, to me, still look better, and I think they'll figure it out a little bit more.
I get it.
I don't know.
Makes sense.
I think it's gonna end. I'm gonna go Orioles, Yankees, Rays, Red Sox, Blue Jays. The Rays always figure it out.
They do.
Always have guys in the farm system that come up, and rumor on the street is the guy down in the Dominican's taking batting practice with him again. So who knows?
Okay.
He may wander over there. Who knows?
That'd be
Fausto Carmona, that's nice of him.
interesting.
All right, AL Central. Obviously, once very competitive, excluding one team, but still not bad.
That's bad. They're bad. If you want to say.
I mean, I'm not talking about your team. Yeah,
they're bad. You want to say they're bad?
Even
bad.
the Tigers are starting to fall off too. The wheels are kind of coming apart. People are starting to get mad again. I still think, they're technically at this point in the last 8 years, this is the best they've been in 8 years at this point, which is sad. But at the same time, it doesn't look like that. It doesn't feel like they're close either. So, Royals are on the up. Twins obviously figured it out after a horrendous start. And the Guardians were, I think, the best team in baseball in the AL at the very least. Going into it. So
I think they're like a game or two off the Orioles and Yankees now, but it's close. Yeah, they've got 52 wins.
Yeah, winning percentage wise, they're 634 though, which is ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so I think the Guardians are going to continue on that tear, but I actually wouldn't rule the Twins out. And I'm going to say the White Sox finish last.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty safe. The White Sox finishing last, pretty safe. Chalk that up. Even though they've actually played a little bit better, incredibly. But I think the Guardians are the best team. I don't know if they're the best team in the AL per se, right? I don't know if they're going to win. I don't think they're going to win 100.
Yeah, the pitching business seems sustainable.
Well, the starting pitching, I think their bullpen's nuts. I mean, their bullpen's crazy.
Yeah, bullpen's very good.
They've got 4 or 5 guys. I mean, I think they have possibly the best bullpen in baseball, but it's just the starting pitching is pretty up and down, pretty suspect, and I just don't know. The hitters. I mean, yes, they have Ramirez and Naylor, but I mean, they don't overly impress me at the plate. So, are they my World Series pick? No, but I think they win the Central by 10 games probably.
I disagree with that.
So
I don't really know if there's much else to explain there. I feel like you guys unpacked everything.
I was going to say, so it's clean sweep across the board, Guardians, White Sox.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Royals are fun to watch. I do enjoy watching the Royals play. So I think it's actually kind of a fun division this year, but, and for Tigers fans, it was fun for like a month and a half. So, I mean, it was never fun for the White Sox fan, but that's okay. It is what it is. It'll be fun to watch the young guys play, I guess, in like a month.
Look forward to September.
Yeah.
All right. AL West.
This is an interesting division.
Yeah, because Astros started terrible.
And the Mariners are one of the worst average hitting teams in baseball. Yeah, here they are. They're hitting like 221 as a team.
Great pitching though, but as Blake said, the Astros started horrible, but they're 9-1 in their last 10. It's pretty good. And the Rangers, everybody thought they would be freaking sweet, and they're not. But it's like they're still kind of hanging around close enough to where it's like, do they try to go do something? Do they get some help?
Try to get that last wild card spot. Yeah.
Right. So it's one of those really weird divisions here. And then the Angels are kind of like right there with the Rangers because they're always like perpetually like 10 games under 500. So
the A's still are last, but a 350 winning percentage is still better than I thought. So we want to call them one of the bigger surprises of the year.
Kind of. I mean,
with a bunch of scrubs, honestly.
They've got some guys that are kind of fun to watch, though. I mean,
Yeah. You know how much better they'd be if Zach Geloff actually did pan out this year to be one of their best players.
yeah,
He's
really,
he's
they
not
could be
having
good.
his best year for sure.
Oh,
But
he's not.
if he was even, an average player this year, they'd probably be like right up there with the Angels even. So
Yep, yep. So I don't
I'm
know, but
gonna
I think
actually say the Astros pull past the Mariners. At some point, the poor hitting is gonna catch them. Pitching can be only so consistent. So I'm gonna say Astros A's.
I'm gonna actually say Mariners do it though. I just don't like the Astros, so I'm gonna say Mariners win it, but I think it'll be by 2 or 3 games. I mean, I think it'll be close. So it'll be a tightly contested division.
Yeah, I don't know if I see the Rangers coming back. Just they're banged up. Doesn't seem like they're really playing to their full potential.
Josh Young
I agree
there.
with you. What was that? Sorry.
Yeah, Josh Young is hurt, so that's a big
Yes.
thing. And actually, it's funny. I was looking at OPS for every player. He has the best OPS for every player, and he has like 6 at bats.
Yep.
like,
I
but
would
like
say
his OPS was
played.
like 1 8.8.
Yeah, he's killing it because he hadn't
Yeah,
played.
he had 2 home runs and like 5 RBIs, and he was like hitting 600 or something before he got hurt.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I think Astros pull past. I agree with you, Joel, but we'll see. The Mariners, I think, will stick up there.
But the
But
pitching's going to keep him in
it's not
everything.
top.
So, I mean, as
Yeah.
long as you don't have any devastating injuries, which is always possible in pitching, they should be fine. But yeah, it's a horrible offense to watch. I agree.
yeah. National League. Let's go to the East here. I'm gonna say, yeah, Phillies are killing it right now. Well, Acuna wasn't having a great year before the injury, but that certainly doesn't help their case either. And I still think the Marlins are the bottom feeder of the division. The Nationals have been surprisingly okay.
Mhm.
They're 6 games under 500. So yeah, I'm gonna say Phillies Marlins.
Yeah, Phillies easily. They'll probably win it by double-digit games. The Mets kind of figuring things out. I think they've come in second, though.
They have a good offense,
They do,
but
and Grimace
pitching,
is on their side. So, with Grimace on their side, they're going to come in second place. And then the Marlins, yeah, they'll be way towards the bottom. So Marlins might, I mean, they're going to fight. I know the White Sox are like 6 games back of them right now, but those 2 teams are going to be the 2
they
worst
were.
teams.
I think the White Sox, even for a minute, were like 29th best team in baseball.
They were for a few.
With the Marlins at 30. So
They were.
I feel like we should have the 4 worst teams, do something at the end of the season.
That'd be
are the
fun.
Rockies technically worse right now than the Marlins? So
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be Phillies Marlins. That's an easy one.
all right, NL Central then. Blake, starting here.
Yeah, this is actually, all these teams are really battling to be in it. The Brewers obviously have the lead. No problem there. Cardinals were playing really well. I feel like they're not playing as well now. You still have I don't know. I feel like the Cubs still have a lot of potential to go. The Reds, I don't think are panning out how they should. I think the Brewers take it.
I think the Brewers are in a similar situation with the Orioles, where they have prospects too, if they want to really go for it. They have a decent prospect pool too. They can give away a couple of guys to get a few key pieces and maybe just try to keep cementing themselves in a pretty hotly contested division.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go Brewers, and then I think Reds are the bottom.
Yeah, I'll go Brewers. I'm just gonna go Cubs. I think the wheels will fall off. So, and they already sort of have. I don't disagree with what you said, Blake, where I think they should be way better than they are. I just don't. I mean, I don't know what's going on. So, I mean, they're struggling. So I think the wheels will fall off and they'll kind of mail it in eventually. So I think they'll be on the bottom.
You have the Cubs at the bottom?
Yeah.
So we'll all have a different one at the bottom. I'm gonna take the Pirates to finish last. Even with schemes, one guy can only do so much when you pitch every 5 times. And
Well,
maybe
and
throw your arm out, throwing
I was going to
100
say
too
they'll
much.
probably shut him down at some point, especially if they're completely out of it. I mean, they're not going to keep running him out there.
But the Cubs are last place in the division, but they're only 2 games behind the Pirates. So it literally could be any one of those teams. And I think the Pirates felt like they're kind of overachieving a little bit too. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see who's on the end there. But NL West, it's feeling like the Dodgers a lot right now, and this one also feels pretty easy with the Rockies finishing last. The Rockies are 11.5 games behind the Giants, who are fourth. So, and just the offense, the team in general was actually abysmal. Like the roster, I was looking at the roster up and down. It's bad.
It's one of the worst. I mean, that they lost 2 of 3 to the White Sox this past weekend, and
Oof.
it was like some of the most. It was like a dumb off watching those two teams
The
try to.
toilet bowl.
It was like, oh my, like what are we doing here? Like it was bad. So, they might be worse actually at times than the White Sox, which is sad. And Chris Bryant is hurt, so it doesn't, the only saving grace on that team of talent is can't even play. So I don't think that'll even be debated there. And I
I
think
mean,
the
Charlie
Dodgers,
Blackman's been a lifelong Rocky. He's
he's
fighting
like
it out
90
there.
though.
Yeah,
He's like
he
100
is.
years old.
There's a lot of gray in that beard now. It's like Jake Cave.
Yep.
Yeah,
Jake Cave's on the team too.
Yeah.
No, it's funny that you say that. I remember him with the Twins. He was like 25 and he had gray.
Jake Cave is on the Rockies. That's, I mean,
Shout out to Ryan Kreidler with his first home run of the year to give the Tigers the lead
good for
All
him.
here in the
right.
5th inning. Well, it's
Very
Skubal. It's 3-2 now. Skubal gave up 2 runs, so Crochet might hold on to that war.
Yeah, I
streak.
think he might hold on to the war. We'll see.
So I think we're clean sweep on Dodgers Rockies here. Let's talk about our ALCS matchup.
Yeah.
Ben, who's your ALCS?
Oh man. Orioles and Guardians.
Yeah. Blake?
I had to take something to be a little different. I was gonna go Mariners, Yankees. Obviously, the Yankees are a powerhouse. That's kind of they're gonna be in it for sure. But the Mariners probably are a bit of a hot take to have them go that far. But never know.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Orioles Twins.
Twins.
Twins. Wow. There we
Yep.
go. We're all different. Dare to be different.
Yeah. NLCS. Blake.
And LCS, I have Phillies, the Dodgers. That's
That
not
seems-
out of this world at all.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of where I'm leaning to. I know it's not super creative or anything, but that just kind of seems like the trajectory they're on. They're both dominating right now. So I also did have the Phillies Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be different. I'll go Phillies. I think Padres sneak in, so I'll go Phillies Padres.
All right, nice.
I'll be different.
All right, good. Well, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Phillies beat the Orioles in the World Series.
I'm gonna say Phillies beat Cleveland.
All right.
I had Yankees over Dodgers. Yankees are coming back. I'm not a big Yankees fan by any means.
I don't know. It sounds like it now. I'm kind of skeptical. Who's your guys' World Series MVP then?
Alec Bohm.
All right, I had Aaron Judge.
Sir Anthony Dominguez. No, I'm just kidding. Let me think here. All right. Is Real Muto going to be healthy by then?
I mean, probably, but I don't know.
All right. I just kind of want to do a random. I bet Bryson Stott goes off. No. Trey Turner.
It's fair.
He went off in the World
WBC.
Classic. So yeah.
Yeah.
So all right,
Okay.
AL MVP, folks. What are you thinking?
Gunnar Henderson.
I'm gonna say Aaron Judge.
I'll go Juan Soto.
All right, NL MVP Blake.
Got Shohei Ohtani.
I'll go with Harper.
It's gonna take Harper. Okay. Just feels weird to give it to Ozuna because he's a wife beater. I really don't see any outside of those two to win it. Maybe Freeman goes on a tear. I'll take Freddie Freeman. All right, AL Cy Young Ben.
I actually kind of want to pick Scooball, but I just don't know. Like if they end up trading him, I think that I don't want to say it disqualifies him, but it kind of does.
I'll take Scooble.
All right, you can have him because I know you want to pick him. I'll
I
pick
do. So giddy about it.
Give me
Jack Flaherty.
no.
Reese
Eric
Olson.
Crochet.
Give me Corbin Burns.
Lakester.
I'm going with Seth Lugo.
All right. NL Cy Young, I'll take Zach Wheeler.
Should I pick Reynaldo Lopez for the NL Cy Young?
And just as a former White Sox, yeah.
I mean, he leads the
Hey,
MLB in ERA. He's got a 1.83. I mean,
He is doing well.
it's all about
Crazy.
that mouthpiece.
it is. No, I'm not gonna pick him.
Typed it out. I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
Old icing.
Let's see.
I just pull a Jack Morris right there. Whoops.
Give me Wheeler. Joe Biden.
Then I got to go with Ranger Suarez.
Just pick a Philly.
Just pick a Philly and go with
Uh, Blake, who's your AL Rookie of the Year?
it. AL Rookie of the Year, Luis Gil.
It's a good one.
I really sound real high on the Yankees, don't I?
Yeah,
You do. Everything is kind of coming right back to it. So
yeah.
I would say Mason Miller until his arm falls off.
Give me Wyatt Langford. He did just hit for the cycle, so
I did see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
He could have been a Tiger. Could have been a Tiger. We're gonna hear all about it until Max Clark finally gets up there in 4 years.
so he's a little young. He's doing well though. Max Clark is.
I'm waiting for him to get finally promoted from Flying Tigers though to at least West Michigan, maybe jump to Erie. I don't know.
Well, I think they're like it doesn't matter. So he's not going anywhere. So
He was pacing right there with Kevin McGonigal. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yep.
NL Rookie of the Year, Ben, take a guy.
Skeens. Give me
Yeah.
Skeens.
Give me Jackson Merrill.
I'm going. I know he's had a couple rough outings here lately, but Shoti Managa, you gotta.
Thought you were gonna go with Jared Jones.
No.
I thought you were gonna try to find any kind of like guy that was in the Yankees farm system.
I should have went with Luis Severino.
He should have. Can't take it back. James Wood.
I'm just kidding.
Let's see here. AL Manager of the Year.
Ooh. I don't know. This is actually I don't like this award all the time because but I'll give it to Brandon Hyde.
Yeah. I think Griffall. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Remember that year that we all picked
Couldn't
someone that
manage.
got
Couldn't
fired?
manage an Arby's.
Yeah, we were really good that year.
We all picked somebody that was fired.
I do remember that. He couldn't manage an Arby's. He can go to hell. He's the worst.
I wouldn't want Joe Biden running my cash register, but here we are.
Oh,
Um,
Biden might be able to manage better than Griffol.
I'm gonna go with Matt Quatraro.
All right.
All right, I'm going with Scott Service.
Yep.
All right, NL Manager of the Year, folks. I mean, feels like Rob Thompson's the name, but
Give me Mike
Yeah.
Schilt.
I'm gonna
Seeing
go
as
with
they have
Pat.
the ALCS or NLCS, I think that's fair.
I'm gonna go with Pat Murphy.
Noise Brewers, yeah. We'll do AL comeback and NL comeback, and then we'll do our most disappointing team, most disappointing player to finish. So who's your AL comeback player?
This is hard.
Say, man,
Comeback.
Michael Busch is tempting to take for the Cubs. Or no, it's NL.
That's
That's
NL.
NL.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that's not a bad. That wouldn't be a bad take.
Maybe Connor Wong.
That's-
Okay.
Give me Carlos Rodon.
All right. I'm going with Seth Lugo. I don't know if that's qualified or not, but I feel like
A Cy Young and a comeback player in the same year. That's a deal. That's a deal.
I don't know. I feel like he's more of a breakout. These are the classifications they get.
I know. I kind of was. Yeah, I think both of my guys are probably more breakout, but yeah, NL comeback / breakout, I guess.
Okay.
I'm going to say Michael Busch here.
I like it. That's a good pick.
I'm going with Marcell Ozuna. Like we said, he's always had power. He's always been good, but I don't think he's ever been great.
Another breakout guy probably would have been like Bryce Trang, right?
Yeah. CJ Abrams, something like that.
Yeah. It's probably easier to do breakout than comeback, honestly, because there's so many different variables.
Give me Cease.
Any way you can take a White Sox, that'll do it.
I mean, he's been good.
You took Rodon and Cease, like it's just you're screaming. Homer.
Well, they usually have to come back or break out. They never.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
All right. Most disappointing team this year.
I'm going Cubs.
Yeah.
I
They have
think
that many expectations, though.
Yeah, but I feel like they had the offense. They didn't do a ton, obviously, to add. They added a manager, but you thought they had the offense to do a lot better things. You knew their pitching was going to be suspect, and their offense has
Very fair.
gone on some stretches of being just terrible.
Very fair.
Minute 10 left, and we got to come up with players yet too. So let's fly.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just go with the Cubs as well, though. That one, that's obvious.
Take Blue Jays.
Okay.
All right, and then the most disappointing player this year.
Eloy Jimenez.
Sheesh, yeah, that's a good one.
Jose Abreu.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's another good. Tim Anderson's another good one. You want to just keep
I just
naming off
gotta
White Sox
I
players?
just gotta hate on the White Sox.
I'm gonna say Andrew Benintendi. How about that?
I was
Yeah,
hoping you were
that's
just gonna say Javi Baez. Come on,
Baez.
highest paid 8 hitter in the league.
Yep.
All right, well, there's about 20 seconds left, but we'll call it good. Nice job squeaking it in these 40 minutes, dudes. And Blake, appreciate you coming on, and we'll see you for the final recap MLB episode. And Ben, we'll be back on when I'm good and ready after recovering from this. You know what it's like. So
Sounds good.
all right, see you guys.
See ya.
Yep.